Spirit, give me your fruits so I can look like you. Pass through the fire of adversity. Give me you, give me you, give me you. I need you, I need you. Yeah. Give me you, give me you, give me you. 'Cause I need you, I need you. More than the water that I drink, more than the air that I breathe. Give me you, give me you, give me you. 'Cause I need you, I need you. I need your joy as my strength, the peace that surpasses all understanding, and that long, long suffering. That long suffering. Your gentleness is what makes me great. I need your goodness everywhere I go. The faith that keeps me going and going and going and going. Keep going. Give me you, give me you, give me you. I need you, I need you. Yeah. Give me you, give me you, give me you. 'Cause I need you, I need you. More than the water that I drink, more than the air that I breathe. Give me you, give me you, give me you. 'Cause I need you, I need you. I need that meekness to inherit the earth. I need that temperance to keep my mind right. Keep my mind. Diligence to keep me in the fight. Virtue, knowledge, yeah, that's right. And charity too. It covers a multitude of sins. What? I need it. Give me you, give me you, give me you. I need you, I need you. Give me you, give me you, give me you. 'Cause I need you, I need you. More than the water that I drink, more than the air that I breathe. Give me you, give me you, give me you. 'Cause I need you, I need you. I need you.
Yes, 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 yes. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back to the Born of Levi experience. I am your host, Deacon Hazak. Back on another one on G.O.C.C. Media. Brothers and sisters, if I'm coming in nice and clear, brothers and sisters, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button.
This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
Yes, yes, yes. How's everybody doing in the room this evening? How's everybody doing in the room this evening? Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I had to start the show off with that song. I Need That by Lawya. Yeah, I'm in an R&B mood right now. So peace and blessings, family. Thank you guys for coming in. And on your way in, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Right? We definitely gonna have a great conversation tonight. Healing of a nation. We're gonna talk about that. I don't want to be too long-winded, but we're definitely gonna speak about healing of a nation. What nation, you may ask? Our nation, right? The children of Israel, right? So we definitely gotta talk about that, brothers and sisters. Shout out to everybody who's coming in. I see you all, some familiar faces, familiar families, some familiar friends, right? But we're gonna get right into it nonetheless. Listen, man, I just want to get into this because I want to get into the scriptures. I want to get into the word. I want to make sure that we're all spiritually fed tonight, right? And not just that, but well informed as well. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Did everybody? Okay, I see the qualms in the chat. All right, praise the Most High. Thank you guys for putting the qualms in the chat. I guess I'm coming in nice and clear, right? The water for that. Hold on, let me do something real quick over here. All right. So, real quick before we get started, I definitely got to do this. 1 second. As you all know, tonight's episode is brought to you by the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Right? Join this Hebrew and Bible Academy, mastering the wisdom of the Bible. Brothers and sisters, it's not too late to enroll. If you haven't enrolled, you can still enroll at historytimes.org, brothers and sisters. And what will you be learning, you may ask? Easy. Here it goes right here. Brand new lessons, the identity of Ruth, right? We're going to definitely go into that and get the understanding on that. The Jewish relationship with the tribe of Judah, right? And that may sound weird for some of us super Hebrews, but yeah, there is a relationship between the Jewish people and the tribe of Judah. 70 angels and their connection to the secrets of the time, right? The full breakdown of the 24 elders in Revelations, marriage, the roundtable discussion with special guests that is to be announced, right? And walking with the commandments in Christ. You guys, it's very important for us to understand how to walk in the commandments following Christ, because the Pharisees, they was against Christ and how he chose to bring forth the gospel. So it's important for us, coming back to this knowledge and understanding, for us to actually understand how to keep the commandments and follow Christ at the same time. And we can't forget the news segment that's brought out by Elder Rawchaa and Elder Rawchaa. And let's not forget the Hebrew with Elder Lawya, right? So brothers and sisters, like I said, it's not too late to enroll in the Hebrew and Bible Academy. You don't want to miss out. And I'm telling you, that's part of that. That's part of the healing of the nation, right? We're going to talk about that. And any other announcements? Oh yeah, brothers and sisters, please do also make sure to check out our other broadcasters throughout the week. We have Elder Rawchaa. Well, let's start with Elder Rawchaa. We have him on Tuesdays. He streams on Tuesday. We have Elder Rawchaa on Wednesdays on the main channel. And we also have Elder Rawchaa, who streams also as well on this channel and also on Twitch as well too. So you want to make sure you're well informed throughout the week. And praise the Most High. Matter of fact, let me clap it up for that, because praise the Most High. Praise the Most High that we have all of these segments throughout the week where it keeps us spiritually fed, keeps us engaged, and keep us out of the riffraff that's out there in the media, right? I wanted to show something as well too. I wanted to do some news, but let me see if I could do this real quick. And once again, brothers and sisters, thank you guys for coming in, and continue to hit that like button on your way in. It's very important for you to do that, to drive the algorithms, so that way our brothers and sisters could be well informed, or could be informed that we're on, and they could partake in what you guys are receiving every week, right? 1 second. All right, let me get this article for you guys real quick. I should have had this already. I just want to show this too. On your screen, I'll just do this. Just a quick news update of what's going on here in New York, right? And I know this is going on, in the West Coast as well too. I know Elder brought it out last night on the migrant crisis, but we're really seeing who's really coming in. But even though we see there's a lot of Chinese people coming in through the borders, It's a whole lot. I'm still trying to figure out how the heck they even they even got from China all the way to Texas, or from California. I don't know how they did it, but they're doing it, and it's just hundreds of thousands of Chinese people just coming in, right? But my video was out. 1 second. But I want to talk about the migrant crisis here in New York too. This was 2 days ago, right? Migrants mobbed gang hired hacker to breach banking apps as NYPD reveals new details about sophisticated high-tech crimes. Like, how are these migrants getting this type of technology? Look at this. There's more. 7 migrants arrested in New York City robbery pattern, officials say. NYPD bust citywide scooter robbery. This is 3 days ago. And look, illegal masterminds of New York robbery ring hacked banked apps. Like, it's getting crazy here in New York. And I'm still trying to figure out, why did they let all of these migrants in undocumented? Is there a hidden agenda behind the migrants coming into the city? And are we protected in these cities? Like, I'm trying to connect certain dots as well too. Like, when the book of Revelation says, and Babylon, that great city, was filled of every foul bird. It has become the cage of every foul bird, right? I'm starting to see that more and more. And when you read certain records like the book of Baruch, or I believe it's also Esdras as well, where the Most High breaks down, or he compares all of the nations as certain type of birds. And is this what we're seeing? An influx of different type of nations coming into Babylon? Are we experiencing that? I don't know. It could be, right? But it is not looking good, right? So we know, like Christ told us, right? Therefore watch ye, therefore, and pray always. So we got to watch and pray. So I hope you brothers and sisters also watching and praying and preparing for your household as we see these days approaching. It's getting crazy out here, right? But without any further ado, let's get into tonight's topic, right? Healing of a nation. And I titled it this way because I started to notice something. And, maybe through this broadcast, a lot of you guys may be able to attest and say that you guys noticed it too. But I wanted to talk about this in particular. Within the past, I would say 10 years or even more, a lot of brothers and sisters started waking up to the realization that they are the children of Israel. And it's been proven, not just through biblical, not through just a biblical sense, but also through a historical sense, archaeological sense, right? Media, like even in media, right? We started stumbling upon a lot of old Hollywood movies where they have certain characters proclaiming, or African American descent, claiming that we are the children of Israel. So much stuff. We started awakening. Somebody put it in 2012. Yeah, you could say that. Right about 10, 12 years ago. This truth of us being Israelites and coming into Christ, right? And understanding who Christ really is, understanding that he's a black man, understand that, he's from the tribe of Judah, understanding that the prophecies concerning slave ships. It's about the last 12 years. And it just went crazy. So it's as if the Most High all at once started to send a spirit in the earth to wake up the next generation, to wake us up and to start bringing forth these prophecies, right? And it's like the elites, they are aware of it. course, we know that they are aware of this awakening. This is why we're seeing a lot of what's going on in the media, a lot of bait and switch, a lot of wars and rumors of wars. 2020 was for me. I feel like 2020 for them was like panic mode. All right, let's in their mind, let's wrap this thing up. Let's bring it on home. They finally awakened. Judah has finally awakened, and it's like they're trying to stop. Well, I'm gonna say they're trying to stop prophecy, but we all know that they can't. What the Most High said is gonna happen is gonna come to pass, and it doesn't matter what they try to do, how they try to do it, right? So, they just throwing everything at us, right? Last week we spoke about technology, right, and them pushing this beast system faster than any of us could even blink, right? They're just throwing these things at us. Not just that. It's like they're releasing all of these new type of artists. So when you look at the hip hop industry, and I want to focus on that too, because it's like the Most High was sending a spirit. The Most High was sending a different vibration on the earth, where thousands of young people is gravitating to this truth, and is cleaving to it, right? A lot of us, majority of us, I know for me, I came out of the Christian church. So a lot of the things that I was hearing in the Christian church, it didn't suffice. And I couldn't really connect, because it was the same song and dance, the same routine every week. And then when I heard of this truth, I'm like, yo, what is this? And then when the very Bible that I was carrying every week was explaining, and I'm going into it and I'm seeing the scriptures that's explaining these things that I'm hearing, that I'm learning, I'm like, oh, nah, this is it. This gotta be it. Right? So the Most High is sending a spirit throughout the earth. And it's like the devil himself is trying to send another vibration. And we already know the way he usually does that, and the way the enemy does that is they use music as a tool. Music is a very powerful tool, right? Me as a musician, I understand the power of music. Music has the ability to bring you high, to bring you low, to put you at peace. We also read in the scriptures when Saul was possessed with a demon, all David had to do was come up in there and just start playing the harp, and that demon had to flee. So music is very powerful. Very powerful. Music could be used to move hundreds of millions of people. Look at Bob Marley, for instance. His music was able to connect all races of people. And all he was spreading was what? Love. Right? Remember that. Bob Marley. Everybody loved Bob Marley. It didn't matter if you was white, if you was black, Chinese, Arab, you loved Bob Marley. You loved his music because his message was a positive vibration. It connected so many people through love, right? And the love for the music. So now when you look at the music the music that's being pushed right now, it's like a different kind of frequency. It's nothing but provocative type of music, gangster rap. I remember back in 20, like starting, I'll say in 2003, even probably before that, probably from 2001 up until like 2006, 7, even 8, right? Gangster rap started taking root again with artists like 50 Cent, right? G Unit, who else? The Locks, who else? I know the Locks, they were probably more so like the 90s, but they resurface again, right? Dipset with Cameron and them. So music started to take root again on gangster rap. Not just gangster rap, but just being gangster and being flashy. So that was appealing during my youth, like when I was coming up from high school and all of that stuff. Right? So gangster rap. So it just gave everybody like, and what's so crazy is 50 Cent, he's such a genius because that guy, I'm not gonna say he wasn't a street dude. He was a street dude, but it was marketing. He had a product and he marketed it and it sold. It went crazy. The product was being gangster and being flashy about it. Was he was he shooting people and doing all this kind of crazy stuff every day? No, he wasn't. But the youth, the people, my generation, we was eating that up. It made you like putting on I can remember cutting school and driving my brother's car. Right? Me and a couple of friends in the car, and I'm in high school. No license. I'm driving. Yeah, that was the old me, right? In high school, right? No license. I'm pulling up, driving to school. People like, oh my God, you got a car? Oh shoot. We get in the car, we cut in school. I'm playing 50 Cent mad loud for no reason. And it just put you, I just could remember like just listening to it, just put me in a state of mind that I didn't live. Like I was just ice grilling everybody for no reason, like because of a song. G-Unit, what? We in here, huh? And then you just feel the energy. So now, after a while, yeah, some of y'all laughing, but y'all remember. Miss Libra says, I definitely had me some G-Unit shoes. All right. I didn't get the G-Unit shoes. All right. I can't vouch for that. But it was definitely a movement. His shoes, even the Sean Carter, what would you call those things? The S dots. Those joints didn't go that far. S dots. That was Jay-Z sneakers. Right? So yeah, it's your birthday. Yo, listen, those type of songs, the energy that those songs came with, it just puts you in a different state of mind where and mind you, even though I was a Christian, I was a Christian boy. I go to church every Sunday, but that was out the window when 50 Cent came on. When Dipset came on, that was out the window. Right? So that was the artists that was pop, like, oh, Cassidy, his freestyles and gangster lyrics and all of that, shooting you up I didn't do none of those things. But listening to those songs, it made me feel like I could do those things. So now, after a while, that kind of music died down. Then it started getting into the Lollipop Candy songs with what's that boy's name? Chris Brown and Lover Boy songs and Soldier Boy. And then it just turned the whole culture turned from gangster rap into dancing. So I'm taking y'all through the steps of where music has gone from the past, I would say 20 years, right? Into us finding into this current time. So it went from gangster rap in the early 2000s. Then in the mid 2000s, it went from gangster rap into lollipop dancing candy songs and you doing certain dances, the Soldier Boy, what you call that thing? Lean with it, rock with it. All these songs started changing the culture. And then it went from baggy jeans, wearing baggy jeans, and everything got to be baggy. I remember Dipset, they had the long white tees. You could listen. I had me a long white tee down to my ankles. It was just the style at that time. Then the music transitioned from that to everybody, singing and dancing and stuff like that. And the clothes started changing. Now it's not, you can't be baggy anymore. You gotta be fitted. Right? We went into that transition. Then after the dancing transition and being fitted, then the next generation comes with, you know what? we're going to keep the dancing, but we're going to bring back the gangster mentality. Now we have this current generation, or prior to this, like, you know, a couple of years ago, like I would say like 4 years ago, it started changing into drill rap, right? It started changing. It started changing. 1 second. It started changing into drill rap. Hold on real quick. It started changing into drill rap, where we are gangsters, but I'm gonna put a dance to the being gangster. And not just that, my jeans is gonna be so tight, skinny jeans. I'm gonna have to sag my pants so you can see my belt. So now it's another vibration that actually pull the youth back into this gangster mentality when none of them is even gangster. Right? One of the forerunners to this drill rap was Pop Smoke. You know, made a Most High rest his soul. Right? Very talented young man. Very talented young man. But his music was just destructive. And the young people was just eating this stuff up. Very influential young man. I mean, to the point where he changed hip hop into a genre called drill rap. I know some people in UK would say, you know, they started the drill rap. Yeah, y'all probably did, but it wasn't popular. It wasn't popular till when this kid came on the scene. And everything about this young man, from his voice, his cadence, his delivery, it moved millions of young people. And let me see. I'm only gonna play a little bit of it, just to show you guys the vibration. And this is from Brooklyn. This is from Brooklyn. I know this whole gas station, all of this, but you could, like, these young men, like, just look at this. Matter of fact, before it started with him, there was another rapper called from Chicago, a Chicago kid, Chicago rapper, Chief Keef. Yes, somebody put it. Yeah, look, I didn't even know you put it there. The water for that. Chief Keef, I believe. No, he was the forerunner. When I tell you the way, like, the way they were moving on camera and all these guns, and I'm like, yo, there's something wrong with these boys. They don't have no spirit. It's like they were gone up here, and that just changed the atmosphere for the young generation, as far as how music, because music, like I said, music is a very powerful tool. It is used to change your mood, to bring you up, bring you down, make you feel like you something that you're not. And then, you know, it's spun, and then he just carried it on. But just look at this. I don't know what none of that mean. But, you know, to the young kids, that's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be a gangster. This make me feel like I'm a gangster. All right, sorry for the, you know, there's curses and all that. But this young man right here, this is Pop Smoke. For those of you guys who don't know who I'm talking about, this is him, right? And he shot this video at a gas station, and the internet ate it up, the people ate it up, and it just started a whole movement. Like, just listen to the music, the vibration of the song. It's very dark tones. This is right there. This is right there. This is in Canarsie, right? We go here all the time to get some jerk chicken peppers. Shout out to Peppers, right? But look at the people in the crowd. youth. I'm gonna just.
That's why I'm moving retarded.
That's why I'm moving retarded. Baby, welcome to the party.
I hit the boy up and then I go skating around.
All right, I'm gonna just put the volume down. I don't want to. But look at the kids. Look at them. Changing the vibration of the young people. So remember, I'll tell you, it turned from gangster rap to dancing, now being gangster and dancing at the same time. And you can see that happening here. And being flashy, that's what it's about. It's not real life, right? See that? Look, boom, dancing. They what the kids call that dance called? Getting sturdy, right? Just looking at that thing, my knees feel like is cracking. So this young man, that's enough of this. I'm going to get to my point. So he was changing the vibration for this next generation and turning their minds. And, he died an untimely death in 2020. In February, he died February of 2020. And what happened the next month? The Most High shut. It's like the Most High used this to change to try to change back the course of what the devil was trying to do. Here it is. He's moving millions of young people in the world, not just in New York. In the world, his music was worldwide, changing the culture of hip hop, and the young people is eating it up. February 2020, he dies untimely on a vacation, right? Stick up kids come to where he was at, and he's no longer with us. He dies at 20 years old. 20. And that's really young. To lose your life at 20 years old? What have you accomplished? What have you done with your life? I mean, at his young age, at 20 years old, some people could say, he's accomplished a lot. Carnally, yeah. To the outward appearance. But what about his soul? And what about the soul of the millions of young people that he's changed? So I could imagine if I'm looking from the heavens and I'm seeing this young soul is moving all of the other younger generation. And mind you, and about 12 years ago, the Most High started sending a spirit where he was changing the course of what young people was getting into. It's like the Most High Spirit was moving and trying to pull the young people. And then Satan was like, nah, we can't have that. Boom. Pop Smoke. Boom. Chief Keef. Boom. Little Nas X. Boom. Trippie Redd. All of these young, weird, satanic little artists, right? But this one, he took the cake. Like, he was just on a different path. Like, so it was like the Most High took him at 20. And then the very next month, the whole world shuts down. And it's like the Most High was like, nah. We gotta put a pause. I'm gonna let the enemy, I'm gonna let the devil do what he doing, but this is gonna still work in my benefit because I need these people, these young people, to slow down. This is not what I'm intending for my children. I'm trying to heal the nation. Healing of a nation. Brothers and sisters, do me a favor, please continue to hit that like button on your way in, because we're going to talk about it. Right? And like I said, I didn't want to be long-winded, but there's so much that I could talk about with so little time. So let me go here real quick. I just want to read this. I'm going to go to the book of Jeremiah. I want you guys to understand something. And like I said, he was changing the course I believe single-handedly. Like, he was changing the course of what the Most High was doing with the younger people. And I'm not going to say the Most High is done with the younger generation with us. No, he's not done. He's just getting started. But this was a setback, I believe. And you already know, Satan himself, he understands the power of music. That was his gift. He was the morning star. He was one of the morning stars. He was one of the angels that would sing before the Most High in the morning. And it tells us that in him was built a different bunch of tabrets and musical instruments in him. And he just came and he just used that same concept to move the angels in the heavens, but to move mankind with the different satanic frequencies, right? Let me read this for you. Let me read this to you guys. I want to show this. Speaking about healing of a nation, right? I'm in the book of Jeremiah 46 and 27, right? And it reads, "But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee." Right? This is the Most High promised this. He said, "I will save thee from afar off." That means from a far place. We're in a far place. Over here in Babylon, we're far from our homeland, Jerusalem. "And thy seed from the land of their captivity," which is us, right? "And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid." And that is a promise. You guys got to understand, when the Most High, when we read these scriptures are absolutes. It's not like maybe, what if. When the Most High is saying something, it's an absolute. You have to believe that. You have to claim that. And if you don't believe in the scriptures, there's nothing that I can do to help you believe what I believe. I believe that this is a sure thing. So verse 28. Now listen to this now. "Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith the Lord. For I am" what? "I am with thee." So the whole time we was in this place of captivity, the Most High was with us. He ain't never leave us since. Not through the lynchings, not through the segregation, right? Not through the racism being faced, not through the lynch mobs, the water hoses. The Most High was with us throughout that whole time. The cotton fields, the rape, rob, and murder, and the injustice being done still right now to this day. The Most High said what? "For I am with thee, for I will make a full end of all the nations, whether I have driven thee, but I will not make a full end of thee. But," listen to this is the key part right here, "but correct thee in measure." So the Most High is using these nations, these different scenarios, these different stages of captivity to correct his chosen, to correct his people. "But I will correct thee in measure, yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished." So the scriptures also tell us, if we be without chastisement, then we are bastards and not sons. So praise the Most High that the Most High views us as sons and daughters, because he's correcting us. He's using this captivity to correct us, to heal the nation. But one thing we got to understand is, through this healing process, there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be, the enemy is going to try to set us back, to bring us back into his own grips. And he's going to use many tools to do so. One of the tools that I just explained was music. And what we just seen, I believe, was just a real setback for the younger generation, with Pop Smoke in them and this drill rap and all of this, this gangster stuff. right? I'm not, and you know, a lot of these younger brothers and sisters who's into this kind of stuff, a lot of them do have have rough lives, and it's crazy to even think like that because a lot of these people is young. Like look at this. Wrong video. I'm sorry. None of these people on the screen right here was older than 25. These kids like 18, 19 years old. Babies, children. Look at this. And he was able to move that generation in such a crazy way, and it was happening rapidly. And it's like, I still say this to this day. It's like it's like the Most High was like, nah, this can't happen. This is counterproductive to what I'm trying to do. Here I am. I'm trying to fulfill what we just read in Jeremiah 46, trying to correct them and measure, and then you come in with this madness. Satan allow you to come through the doors and to introduce this to my people, to my chosen, my children. So, like I said, the devil has a lot of different tactics that he'll use to try to set Israel back. Music is one of them. Not just that. Another tool he'll use, remember, the rap culture changed to being gangster, dancing, and being flashy. So, you know, and we understand through the scriptures, we're living in a time where, like it tells us in the book of 2 Timothy, that in the last days that men shall be lovers of themselves, boasters, proud, incontinent. So it's like Satan is using the fact that he understands that in the last days men would become godless. Mankind would become boasters, proud. They would become lovers of themselves. So he's using that to his advantage. And like, you know what? I'm not just going to use the rappers. I'm going to use the pastors as well, too. Yeah, I'm going to use, matter of fact, I'm going to use their youth pastors. I'm going to make sure they're young and they're flashy, and I'm going to train them to be eloquent. I'm going to train them to say all type of things to keep y'all stuck. Right? There's a pastor. I'm gonna call him a youth pastor. He's a young guy. Michael Todd. And I seen a post this week, and I was like, yo, I gotta talk about this. Like, what is he talking about right now? He had some good points. I didn't watch the whole sermon. In the beginning, he was talking about fasting, and then he said something that I was like, okay, hold on. What are you talking about right here? And this is some of these are some of the people of influence, that are being used to keep our people still, to keep our people trapped. Because like I said, within the past 10, 12 years, the Most High started waking up a lot of the youth, and we started gravitating, or we're still gravitating to understanding and knowing that we're Israel. And one thing about the youth and this the younger generation, when it comes to finding information, it's like nobody wants to be lied to anymore. Like the older generations, they was more so okay with just listening to what pastor said, and like, okay, pastor said this, yeah, okay, we gotta do that, we can't question it, and not even really go into the book. But this generation that we're living in is like, yo, not only you're not gonna just tell me that, but you gotta also show me where you found that information. Don't just tell me, you have to show me. And this young generation is basically, they learn by what they see. If I see it and it looks like it works, I'm following that. But you're not going to just tell me something and then be like, yo, yeah, take that. That's it. Don't say nothing. Just take what I'm telling you. Right? So, like I said, this is pastor by the name of Michael Todd, and he said something while he was giving a lesson or a sermon, whatever the case is. And I'm like, you see, and it's stuff like this that, you know, stuff like this where, you know, young people that's really looking for truth, they get swindled by just hearing someone speaking very eloquently and not really giving you biblical concepts to what they're saying. Because, you know, some people would say, you know, the reason why I love the Christian church and all that, because, you know, the praise and worship. Yeah, okay, that's one aspect of the Most High, praise and worship. We all have to praise him. So they may have certain parts of the praising part right, but what good is your praise if it's not coming with any change? You know what it sounds like to the Most High? It tells us in the scriptures, it sounds like you're making noise. It's like it's a tinkling sound, just making noise. Because if your praise is not, if it's not attached to your lifestyle, then what good is it? It's just making noise. So he said something in one of his sermons, and I want to address it, right? And because we're trying to get healed, right? So let me play this.
And they say, we got the penthouse suite for you for no extra charge.
Hold on, let me go back a little bit because I think I missed it.
Edge back. And I want to be a pastor that keeps it 100 with you.
Listen to this, y'all.
Not 99 and a half. 100. Somebody say, Sally, 100, 100.
And you see, this is what they're using. Young, influential looking pastors that he's a pastor, but he looks hip. Like I could relate. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be relatable. Because growing up, we didn't have pastors that looked like this. You know what our pastors looked like? All of our pastors looked like Steve Harvey. Growing up, all of our pastors and deacons, they looked like Steve Harvey. Big old church suits, big black brown shoes with the briefcase. That's the kind of pastors I grew up under. Now we got pastors that look like this. Now, what do you think a young person is going to do? He's going to look like, oh, he's lit. Yeah. Oh, see what he got on? You see his drip? You see his drip? Yo, look at my pastor's chain. My pastor is fly. Yeah, okay. That's the outward. But is he fly inward? I'm just saying. Right? So like I said, you know, this is the pastor. Right?
Okay. Fasting is not a requirement.
Whoa. That's the part I wanted to get. Y'all heard that? He said fasting is not a requirement. But what if I was to tell you that fasting is part of the healing process? I'm gonna go into the scriptures because I'm gonna show you that fasting is actually a requirement to be healed. And if you want to make it to the kingdom, yeah, you gotta be fasting. But let me play that back one more time. Hope I didn't go too far.
Great. I cannot come off of building this wall to go meet with somebody else that will bring me down. This is the year you get your edge back.
Yeah, you see that? That's that prosperity talk. This is the year you get your blessing. And that's people usually want to hear stuff like that. But what happens, and you see the danger of teaching like that is, what if that person never gets that blessing? What if they never get that new car? What if they never get that new job? What if they don't get their bills paid? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna blame it on the gospel. That's what usually happens. And you know what happens after that? It creates unbelievers. That's what usually Happens. When your pastor is telling you, when your pastor is telling you you're going to get that blessing. This is your year. This is your breakthrough. I see it in you. I see it happen, that prosper. When they start talking like that, and what they're saying they see in your life don't actually happen, you start to resent the same God that you're looking for. You start to equate financial wealth with being blessed by the Most High God. When being blessed financially is not the only blessing of the Most High. Health, friends, family, protection. What about those aspects of the Most High? And you see that prosperity thing is very dangerous. No one said you cannot prosper with the Most High, but there's other areas that the Most High fulfills as well too. You eat every day, right? Yeah. So it's not about just getting this car, getting this job, getting all your bills paid, because when those things don't happen for you, you blame God. And you look at the book and like, yo, this book can't be real. I've been going to church 5 years and I still didn't get this breakthrough. Man, I might as well just go back in the world, because the people in the world, they're making it faster than I'm making it. That's what that kind of doctrine and or movement does to believers. But I digress.
And I want to be a pastor that keeps it 100 with you.
Let's hear
99 and a half.
being 100. Let's hear it.
100. Somebody's like, Sally, 100? 100. Okay? Fasting is not a requirement. See,
and no one gasped. No one said, "Yo, what you talking about?" Because there's no knowledge. How can they rebuke this if they don't even understand? They don't even know how to combat this. You know what I mean?
I like to do real church. You can be saved and never fast. You can go to heaven and never fast. My question.
You can go to heaven and never fast, he says. He says you can go to heaven and never fast. Fasting is not a requirement. What about in Leviticus chapter 23, the Day of Atonement? When we have to afflict our souls. And when you go into the word afflicting, it goes into fasting. What fasting is. What happened when Christ was able to rebuke the demon out of that little boy? And his disciples couldn't do it. And then he looked at his disciples and was like, yo, O ye of little faith. Because of your faith, you couldn't do what I just did. But this kind of demon does not come out without much fasting and praying. Huh? Look, let me go into the reading real quick. He said, excuse me, he said, you don't have to fast to make it into heaven. I beg to differ. I'm in the book of Romans real quick. Let me get this for y'all. Once again, brothers and sisters, continue to hit that like button on your way in as we go into this. I'm in all right, I'm in Romans chapter 8. Let me put it on the screen for you guys. Romans 8 and 12, right? And mind you, in 1 Corinthians 6 and 12, it says that any works of the flesh will not enter into the kingdom. So now the question is, how do you get rid of the flesh? Let's get the answer, right? Romans 8 and 12, it says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors. Y'all know what debtors is? That means you have a debt that you can't pay. So it's like the bills is piling up, and not just the bills. On top of that, they're putting interest on the bills. So it's like you could never catch up. So basically you are in debt. So it says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors. We are debtors because why? We don't have the price to pay for the debt that our forefathers and that what we committed. We don't have what it takes to pay that. But one does, which was Christ. It says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. You see that? We are not. So because we are debtors, we ought not to live after our flesh. One second. Because we are debtors, we ought not to live after our flesh. Right? Because the wages of sin is death. Sin comes from the works of the flesh. Let's keep reading. Romans 8:13. For if you live after the flesh, you see, ye shall die. So now, if I'm living after my flesh, I need to know, how can I remove this flesh so that way I can live? But if ye through the Spirit, what? Through the Spirit, do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. And do you know what the word mortify means, brothers and sisters? It means to kill, to put down, to destroy. So now, how do we do that? Right? How do we do that? For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of God. Right? Look. I'm gonna read two more. Just to show, because like I don't know what he was talking about. He said you could never fast and you could still enter into the kingdom of heaven. What kingdom of heaven is he talking about? Because the kingdom of heaven that we're reading about says that flesh and blood can't inherit it. So if I'm not fasting, how am I actually putting off the old man? How am I actually killing off the flesh? And that's the thing with fasting. That's how you kill off the flesh. Hold on, let me get this. I'm in 1 Corinthians 15. I'm gonna read. See, I want to read this again. Now, this I say, brethren, 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. It said, this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood, you see that, cannot inherit the kingdom of God. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption, because our bodies, our flesh is corruptible. It's decaying. As you get older, your flesh is decaying. It's dying. It's weak. That's why as you get older, you're starting to notice certain pains. You can't see well, right? A whole bunch of ailments start happening with the flesh, because the flesh was never made to live forever because of the sin of Adam. So if the flesh is not going to live forever, what does live? Your spirit, your soul. So now when the book of Romans told us to mortify the flesh, Christ told us certain spirits don't come out lest it be done with much fasting and praying, right? And I don't know about y'all, when coming into the truth, learning how to fast, fasting actually helped me with a lot of things that I used to deal with in my life prior to coming into the truth. That's why Christ gave that parable. He says, when an evil spirit leaves a man, it walketh in dry places, because it has no home, because it got rid of its home. Once you get baptized, that demon has to flee. And then the evil spirit looks around and be like, you know what? I'm going to go back to my home from whence I came. And then the demon comes and looks at your life and be like, let me see if I could get back in there. But the demon finds it swept and garnished, well kept. You got rid of those demons. Like, you know, when they say, I'm fighting my demons, people don't even know how to really fight their demons. Christ taught us. Christ said, with much fasting and praying. Certain vices that you may feel like, oh, I can't get rid of this. I don't know how come I keep falling for the same thing. Are you fasting? Are you praying? Did anybody teach you how to fast? Did anybody teach you how to pray? Right? And if you still in this truth, you baptized and you still dealing with certain strongholds. I'm talking about strongholds. I'm not talking about errors, because there's a lot of things that we all do and it could be an error. But I'm talking about strongholds. I'm talking about sins that you know you shouldn't be doing. If you're still holding on to those kind of things, you need to question, or you need to fast more and pray more and rid yourself of these demons. But this pastor just told a whole bunch of young people in his congregation, you don't have to fast to go into heaven. It's not a requirement. Right? He said it's not a requirement. But my Bible tells me something different. Not just that. Not just that, right? So we got the flashy pastors, male pastors. What about flashy woman pastors? Let's look at this.
Someone said Jamal Bryant will do whatever it takes to get wallets into the building, the social gospel, weed, BBLs, whatever it takes. He has appointed Dr. Carrie Turner as the co-pastor of New Birth Baptist Church to recognize her ministry credentials.
This is the co-pastor of Jamal Bryant's megachurch. I don't even know who Jamal Bryant is until I didn't know about him until I was looking at certain clips. So apparently this this megachurch pastor appointed this sister as his co-pastor. I've never seen a co-pastor that looked like this. This is his co-pastor. Let me try to see. Hold on. This is his co-pastor, brothers and sisters. 1 second. Right? This is his co-pastor. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. And this is what our brothers and sisters are seeing is happening in the Christian church. And they're seeing this and they're thinking it's okay. No knowledge, no truth.
Got a lot of questions on my mind, and if you're wondering what this is, well, let me introduce you to the co-pastor of a church.
Dr. Carrie Turner and her BBL was introduced as an emerging pastor, because she's talented. And then she was given a youth pastor position,
She was given a youth pastor position.
Even though she don't have any children. But anyway, and then she was elevated again to be the co-pastor of the whole church, because she's so talented.
Apparently she's got a bachelor's and she's got a master's from Emory. I'm not sure. I don't know. She has the MDiv. Doesn't mean a whole lot nowadays. And I would love to see her studies and so forth. That's not the issue though. That's really not the issue. The issue is not so much is she qualified, has she gone to school and this and that. I have no idea. I really don't know. And I'm not.
So this is a co-pastor, right? Let me see what else we got going on.
About fashion, and she flaunts herself because she wants you to notice that she is beautiful, craving your attention and admiration. Of course, we can all see that she is a beautiful woman, and even Jamal Bryant can see that too. But where's the substance? I mean, how does
So where's the modesty? What is she teaching the younger woman? This don't look shamefaced to me. I mean, in her eyes, she probably think this is modest apparel. And if she's the youth pastor, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them teenage boys looking at her. What is she leading these young boys into thinking? Can you imagine having a youth pastor that look like this?
Posting all these pictures of yourself in fancy designer clothes and going on these extravagant trips really align with the teachings of Jesus Christ? Is it just about academic qualifications?
If you've ever dreamed.
Okay, I haven't dreamed. I'm sorry. Right? So Satan he's not holding back no punches. He ain't holding back no punches. Hold on, let's hear a word from her. She's reading from the screen too. Hold on.
Listen, you've got to duplicate yourself. Any leader that does not want to duplicate themselves, you are operating in ego, and that is the spirit of Lucifer. Yes. So what that means is you think that if you don't do it, it cannot be done. The devil is a liar, because this is the work of the Lord.
Very charismatic young lady, right? Youth pastor. BBLs and everything, right? So it's like I said, it's like Satan is just not holding back no punches. He's like attacking us in all. He's attacking us and the youth, all of us in this multiple areas. Y'all like music? Boom, here, take this guy. Y'all like flashiness? Boom, take this pastor. Take this. Matter of fact, I got to get back my old friend. Or y'all old friend. What was his name again? What was that? What's that guy's name? Y'all favorite pastor. Oh, my bad. Not even pastor. Bishop Whitehead. Right? Y'all remember this pastor? I used to do a lot of finding the stupor on this dude. Hold on, let me show y'all this guy, man.
Get him, Hov. Because get him, Hov. Lucifer, I don't know who to trust. Whole world want my demise. Turn the music up. Hear me clearly if you... Amen.
Viral Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead has been arrested by feds on fraud, extortion, and lying to the FBI.
Amen.
And mind you, he's out here. He's right here in Brooklyn.
Get him, Hov.
These are the kind of passes they gotta roll out. They gotta reel y'all back in. The spirit of Most High is too high on the earth, so we gotta reel him right. What he said, get him, Hov. Can you imagine your pastor in a drop top Rolls Royce blasting Jay-Z through the hood? Not your typical pastor. So it's like, as a pastor, you're held at a high regard amongst the people that you're shepherding. So of course, if they see in their mind, especially the younger people, well, if my pastor could listen to Jay-Z, if my pastor could have all this flamboyant stuff, why can't I? I still love Jesus. I'm still what they say. I'm still saved. Cause look at my pastor. Look at my pastor. Let's never forget this.
With me, all right? Because you ain't tough, all right?
You don't know
ain't
me.
tough.
You do not know me.
I don't care who. Let me tell you something, brother. All right. After
You
what
do
you
not
showed
know
me
me.
today, I lost all respect for you. All respect.
I don't need your respect.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't. You want to know why? Because you got a whole game. You beat up on the ministry and act like you helping the ministry.
Yo, I didn't know I ain't know pastors be talking tough like this. That's crazy.
Woe unto you, brother.
Let me ask you this: how many hundreds of thousands?
Now he's saying what? Now he's saying woe unto you.
What? I don't
How
care,
many
brother.
hundreds of thousands
That's no
dollars have you
concern of
given
mine. Who do you,
How many
who do you
preachers
help
have
in
you
the
put in therapy?
streets? Who do you help in the streets?
Hold on. How many houses have you paid for in the streets? I want to know that.
I paid a
You
lot,
can't
brother.
compare to what I do.
I don't want to compare to you, brother. You can't fit
So don't bring it up.
I don't
bring it up.
Trust me. You don't know what I do out here because I don't talk about it. You got a big mouth. You got a big mouth.
And you don't know what I do because I don't discuss it. But since we're discussing it, let's discuss it. Let's compare.
Compare what?
And his name is Bishop. His name he goes by Bishop Lamar Whitehead, right? Let's pull up the qualifications of a bishop. Let's go to 1 Timothy real quick. Let me read this for y'all real quick. What time is it? We got some time. Hit that like button, brothers and sisters. We gotta talk about it. We gotta bring back the healing. This is just entertainment. Let's go to I'm in 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy 3 verse 1, it says, "This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desire for good work. A bishop then must be blameless." He was arrested by the FBI for fraud. It says a bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior. What we just witnessed right now, that don't look like good behavior. That looked like he lost all temperance. Like, now, what are you showing the people that you're shepherding? What are you showing the younger people? It's okay to argue your point. It's okay to act out because you feel like you're right. Of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, meaning excess of wine. You have a drunk bishop, you can't have that. Nor striker, no striker, you can't be a striker. Not greedy of filthy lucre. All you thinking about is money. But must be patient, not a brawler. And I don't know about y'all, but what I just seen screams brawler to me. He says, "You think you tough? You a bishop can't be doing that." So how are you? So now, what is this doing to the people, the faithful people who's just looking for God? What do you think these allegations of people seeing him like this in that type of light? What do you think that's doing to the members, like the genuine members in his church who's trying to find the Most High? It's discouraging seeing your bishop like that, seeing your bishop on the news for fraud. That's actually scattering the sheep. He's responsible for scattering his sheep during a time where the Most High is trying to bring back and heal his people. Look, I'm going to read this for y'all. I'm going to go to Matthew. This is one of the last scriptures I'm going to bring out. There was so much. Look, there's so much more I could bring out. We'll be here till Saturday morning, going through precepts of what's going on. But let me go here. Matthew chapter 7. Matthew 7. What verse I'm going to start at? 13. I'm gonna start at 13. I want you guys to see this. This is very important. Especially those of you guys who may not have, who's probably watching me right now and don't have a church or someone to lead you. right? You may not have someone to lead you right now. Or you probably just came from the grips of one of these men or men like these type of men. Christ gave us the answer on how to understand what this walk would be, or how to walk, or what to expect, right? Matthew 7:13, it says, enter ye in the straight gate. So there's one path, and it's straight. It's not shaky. It's not, maybe I should go here tomorrow. I don't like the way they teach over here. Straight gate. It says, enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate. So the gate is wide, but it's a straight gate. It's a straight path to it. It says, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way. Even though it's a straight gate, the way is broad. You got to just choose the straight path. You can't go to the left. You can't go to the right. Right? It says, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Broad is the way. So if you don't choose the straight path and you go the broad way, play on words, Broadway. Is that why they called it Broadway? I'm just saying. Broadway musicals, Broadway to destruction. All right, let me not go there. Right? And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat. So there's going to be, Christ is telling us that there is many that will go the broad way. I can't get that out of my mind. Many will go the broad way. Many will take the path that everyone is taking. So Christ is saying, but only few will take that straight and narrow path. Not everybody's gonna turn to those who have the glitter and the gold and the fancy stuff and the influence. Because verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way. See, straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So not many people will find it. The Most High is not looking at how many subscribers you have, how much, you know what I'm saying, how much likes you got, how many people is in your congregation, mega church. Most High is not looking for that, because a lot of these mega churches is going the broad way. There's a lot of their teachings and their principles is not biblically sound. We had one pastor just now just tell us that, yo, fasting is not a requirement. You don't have to fast to make it into heaven. What Bible is he reading? Verse 15. Beware of what? Now Christ, you see, and we got to make sense of this, because it's not by accident Christ said first, you got to choose the straight and narrow. Beware of the broad way, because that everybody who's going the broad way leads to destruction. But we got to get to the gate. We're trying to get to the gate, but straight and narrow is that path. Now, from there, after Christ telling us to choose the straight and narrow, he goes into saying, beware of false prophets. So that means there's something that's synonymous with choosing the broad way and a false prophet. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. Yeah, they look like a sheep. Heck, they even sound like a sheep. But inwardly, they are ravening wolves. You see that? Ye shall know them by their fruits. Christ said that. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? So you can't get good grapes in the thorns. Grapes are not grown in thorns. Grapes are grown on vines. So you mean to tell me if grapes is growing in thorn, I gotta stick my hand through the thorns and get cut just to get something good out of it? So Christ was trying to say, you don't have to go through the mud and all of this stuff just to get something good out of what this guy is saying. He says, even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. So if I'm a good tree, I'm not going to in turn produce evil fruit. I'm not going to be dressed up on the pulpit on a Sunday telling you about the goodness of God, and then during the week I'm in my Maybach drop top blasting Jay-Z or some next satanic person, just blasting it through the hood. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down. So the Most High is going to eventually take it down anyways, because you're not bringing forth no good fruit. And cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. It's crystal clear. So Christ told us that we would know them by their fruits. You don't think the Most High knows that we want to be healed? We're searching for him. We're looking for him. Hold on. The Most High knows. And the devil is using everything in his power to distract us and to reverse what the Most High, or to try to undo what the Most High is doing. One more here. One more here. I know I said that was the last scripture, but another precept just came to my mind. I'm sorry. Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Woe be unto pastors, right? And a pastor is just a shepherd. Anybody who's leading somebody, you're considered a pastor. All right? Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Now he's talking about directly those who's feeding his people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. And what? And I will gather the remnant of my flock. And we're witnessing what this is what the Most High is doing. He said, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And what? And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them. And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, meaning nor be confused. Because how many of us was confused in these different lifestyles? You was a Christian, you was a Buddhist, you was a Muslim, you was a 5%er, you was a black nationalist. How many of you was just confused? You know what I mean? You know, and you know how many of our people are still confused right now? They're so confused They're so confused to the point where you don't even have to really be, you don't even really have to have a real movement. Just put the word black in your name of your organization, and people's gonna follow you. That's all you have to do. That's how dumbed down our people have become. Just put the word black in front of you, the name of your organization, and people of color is gonna follow it. Prime example: Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter never had anything to do with black lives. That organization was started by a billionaire elitist called George Soros. He funded the Black Lives Matter movement to the hands of Marxists, excuse me. Known Marxists, and they're female Marxists. Black female Marxists, LGBTQ women. They got the funding for Black Lives Matter. They pushed the agenda. Just put the word black in front of your organization. So the confusion, so it's like you'll try to leave one confusion and be brought into another set of confusion. And before you find out the confusion in the organization that you're in right now, it's gonna take you a couple of years to figure it out. Like, dang, I was swindled. Then you go into something else. You see, and he says, nor you will not be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. So the Most High is gonna have it where you're gonna know the real. You're not gonna be swindled no more. You're not gonna be tossed to and fro. And like I said, and a lot of us was a part of that. A lot of us was into that. A lot of us was being led astray. And what the Most High did, he called us, he found us. And he's like, nah, here, come. This is where I need you to be. This is where you're gonna stay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you your teachers. These are your teachers. They're gonna give you the instructions that I'm giving them. And they're not gonna give you their own will. They're gonna give you my will. The Most High seen us, and like that, and it goes back to the scripture that I read earlier. It says the Most High didn't leave us. He was always with us through every captivity. He was always with us. Last one. I can't. I'm sorry, brothers and sisters. I gotta bring it on home. I gotta bring it on home with this one. Last one. So, what did the Most High do? The Most High promised that he would single-handedly grab us from our state of confusion and lead us back to him, because he promised to heal this nation. And everything outside of him was proof that we needed him. Everything that we was a part of outside of the Most High was keeping us further destroyed, was pulling us further away from him. And there's a lot of our brothers and sisters who still neglecting and rejecting the healing. It's like, here it is, they have a broken arm, and standing right before them is the doctor to put a splint on their arm and to put it back in place and wrap it up and put a cast on it and heal them. But they be like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna keep looking till I find it. But the doctor's like, yo, but I can help you right now. Just stop what you're doing and let me do it for you. Let me help you. Nah, I'm good. I'm going to go over here. Maybe I could find something over there. That's how our people is when it comes to the Most High and it comes to Christ. And I'm going to read this last scripture, which proves that Christ, the Most High sent Christ to heal us. He sent him, but we refuse him. We refuse him. Look at this. One second. Verse. All right. This is the last one I'm going to read. To show what's really going to heal our nation. Who was really sent to heal our nation? I'm in the book of Luke, chapter 4 and 15, right? And it reads, and he taught in their synagogues. Who's the he? Christ. Who the world calls Jesus. We know him as Yeshua, which means Savior in the Hebrew tongue. And he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found a place where it was written. I need y'all to check this out. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He have sent me to what? To heal the brokenhearted. And we are the people that need the healing. We are that nation that needs that healing. To preach deliverance to the captives, because we were captive, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And he closed the book, and he gave it again to the minister, and he sat down, and the eyes of all of them were in the synagogue, were fasted on him. And he began to say unto them, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears, showing them that he was the one that was sent to heal this nation. But they rejected him. But as many as received him, to him he gave the power to be sons and daughters of the Most High. So, brothers and sisters, don't let this world reel you back. Don't let this world undo what the Most High is trying to do. It don't matter how good it sounds. It don't matter how good it looks. But if it's not scripturally back, and if it's not helping you change first spiritually, because the healing of a nation, you know what starts that? It's not just understanding the culture. A lot of us think coming back to the culture of being a Hebrew Israelite is healing. The culture, to me, it should be the last part of it. Because you know why? Because our forefathers and our foremothers, they had the culture. They had the customs. And we still ended up in slave ships. We still ended up on the bottom, and the nations is still on top of us. We're downtrodden. Our homeland, Jerusalem, is being trodden down to this very moment by Gentiles. And our forefathers and our foremothers, they had the customs. What good is the customs if spiritually you're not intact? So the beginning stages of the healing of a nation is the spiritual aspect, starting with each individual. And it's like the eunuch told Philip, how can I learn unless someone is here to teach me? The Most High has presented your teachers. The Most High, and a lot of you guys seen your teachers. A lot of us seen our first teacher, Elder Rawchaa, YouTube, street preaching. Some of you who probably watching right now, you guys probably seen the brothers in your city teaching, street preaching. Those were your teachers. Right? How can I learn? How can we learn unless someone guide me? Should show me what is it to be? What am I supposed to be doing? I'm gonna tell you right now, those men on that you see in the mega churches, all they're gonna do is just give you a feel-good message. Following the examples of these hip-hop artists and these reality TV show stars. They're only gonna give you the bright side of things. You don't see what these people are going through behind closed doors. Y'all don't know, because that's one thing about social media and media. It's a hoax. It's smoke and mirrors. Through media, I can portray what I want to portray to you because I'm directing it. I'm showing the viewers what I want them to see. That's what media is. That's what entertainment is. That's what this music industry is. You think these people is living these kind of lives every day? What? Well, here it is. We have the one who's going to heal us. His name is Yeshua. His name is Christ. And he'll be back soon. And we definitely understand. We definitely know that he'll be back soon because of what we're seeing on this earth right now. Healing of a nation, brothers and sisters. Once again, thank you guys for coming into the Born of Levi experience here on G.O.C.C Media and partaking in this conversation. I kind of almost feel like it was a one-sided conversation almost. Ain't nobody here talking with me. I'm talking to y'all. But praise the Most High, man. It's very important that we really understand the time that we're in. Right? We have to understand what the Most High is doing. Understand that everything that we're seeing going on, all these rumors, all these things that's taking place, understand that this is being done for our freedom. You have to believe that. And now is not the time to be wavering. Now is not the time to be looking into the world and see what they're doing and trying to go back and trying to be a part of that, because we came out of that. And that's really like the saying, how have a dog turned back to its own vomit? You ever see y'all ever seen a dog do that? Oh, that thing is disgusting. Like, my dog does that almost all the time. And I'm looking at him like, how can you do that? But you're a dog. That's what dogs do. Right. But praise the Most High for the understanding, man. Praise the Most High for this truth. Cause like, listen, where would we be without it? Where would we be, brothers and sisters? Where would we be? You know what? I wasn't gonna take any calls. I might just do it just for a little bit. How about that? How that sound for y'all? Because I want to hear from y'all, man. I want to hear what you guys. Let me get this. Where is the link? There should be the link. If it's not, I'll put in another link in the chat. But I'm gonna put the link in the chat, brothers and sisters. Talk for about 15 minutes because I don't know about y'all, but I gotta get to bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still have a job. I still got work in the morning. So it goes the Zoom link. I pinned it in the chat. Let me see how this is gonna work. Let me see if that's the right link. If not, I do apologize. 1 second. It should be the right link. Where's my meeting ID? 1 second. Let me know if is that the one? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I don't think that's the right link I just put in the chat. 1 second. Is that the right link? And you know, every week I always say I'm gonna put the link out earlier, put the link out before. I just never do it. I'm sorry. Is that the link, brothers and sisters? Meeting ID. All right, that is not the link. I do apologize. Let me put the right link. Let me remove this, unpin this, and then remove it. I'm gonna put the right link real quick. And as I'm doing that, let me play this song real quick. I did say I was in the R&B mood today. All right, I'm going to play this song while I get this link together. I do apologize once again. Just want to talk to y'all for a little bit, but I'll play this song. It's TTK. I'll pray with you.
This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
Here's my shoulder, take my hand. Sometimes we all just need a friend. Call on me when you're tired, and I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. For together we rise, walking hand in hand to Zion. We will send our praises high, and I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. Oh, Yeshua's name with you. Yeshua. I'll pray with you. Oh, until your spirit feels renewed. Renew the spirit. I'll pray with you. Until your grace guides to blue. Until your grace guides. I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. When you're down, when it's hard, and you're fighting to hold on, call on your brother and sister. Our Father's here to assist you. We will call on His name together and get through the stormy weather. So just know I'm always here, and I'll pray with you. I'll pray with you. Call on Yeshua's name with you. Call on His name with you. I'll pray with you. I'll pray until your spirit feels renewed. I'll pray with you.
The link is now in the chat, brothers and sisters. It's now in this chat, so you can come on in. We'll talk for about 15 minutes, and then I'll get out your way.
I'll pray with you. Even when it seems the times are too hard, when the light at the end of the tunnel seems far, you just trust in Yeshua and believe on His word.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. I got Rosa on the line. Shalom. Can you hear me?
Shalom.
How you doing, sister?
I'm fine. It's good to be on here with you and to see you.
All
I see you
praises.
at Tabernacle.
Oh yeah, all praise to the Most High.
I'm in the Philly body.
Con, praise the Most High. Shout out to the Philly body, Bishop Amoth. Shalom.
Yes. Shalom.
Yeah, clap it
but
up.
yeah, I mean, tonight's teaching was, I don't know, such a joyful thing for me because I was in the church for many years. I was in the ministry. I had a ministry. I was calling myself a prophetess and everything. And I went to Bible school and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was one day I was in a Bible class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time I was in two different types, one prophetic and one such and such. So anyway, I hear the Spirit say, "Come out of here," right? And then I started feeling like, I don't know, I was in the class, it was Zoom, but it seemed like they couldn't hear me and I was like distance. And I was like, what is this? So I left and then it kept, troubling my spirit. And I said, well, I got to leave. And I didn't know what to do. And finally, I made up my mind to tell the teacher that, I feel like the Lord is leading me somewhere else. And I'm not going to go no more. So that was that. And my goddaughter, she was in the class before me. And the Spirit had told her the same thing, but she didn't tell me and I didn't tell her. And so she wanted to know about the Sabbath, which I already knew about the Sabbath because I used to be in the Hebrew Pentecostal church. I've been Muslim. I've been all these different things, like you said. We was out there searching, going into this and this and that.
Yeah, right.
So I can't even remember how I got on YouTube to Elder Rawchaa, and I called in and was telling him because my sister, that a friend of mine, she had passed away from the situation that was going on.
Right.
And I was so sad and distraught and everything. And he, he ministered to me and everything. And he told me, well, I'm going to help you. I'm gonna get somebody to contact you and all this and that. And next thing I knew, I was I came on the Feast of Dedications. That's when I came to the church and never left ever since. It's been like 3 years. 3 years. I got baptized. I got my name, all of these things. But the thing about it is, when I used to be preaching, right? And, preparing my sermon or whatever, and there was a lot of things that would come to me, but I didn't have understanding of it. Well, I might have a little bit of it. But after I came into the body of Christ, G.O.C.C., and the elders started breaking everything down, I was so like, it was a joy I can't even describe.
Right.
I was so happy to sit down and don't call myself going ahead of no man. And it was it was a peace.
Right.
That surpasses all peace, And the thing about it is I went through so many things. And at one point, one of my sons, my oldest son, was murdered.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, that was like 24 years ago. Matter of fact, a couple of days ago, made 24 years he was murdered. And when it happened, I was so angry at God. I said, why did you let my son die? Why did you do this? I'm preaching, I'm doing this. And I walked away. I went back out, but like certain things I wouldn't do because, the way the Spirit was dealing with me still.
Right.
And so when I came back to the Lord and I came into the body of Christ again, I'm so happy because you know how old I was? I was 67 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I got baptized my first time when I was 9 years old. On my own. My parents didn't know. I just used to go to church. Right. And I did it. And then I got baptized again. I was telling Elder Rawchaa, he said, well, listen, I hope this is your last time.
Right. Listen.
I said, yes, it is.
It got to be your last time.
Yeah, I was never ashamed to do it because every church that I went into, and it was time to get baptized, I would do it. I had no problems with that because I knew that's what I should do.
Right.
But I said, Elder Rawchaa, this is the last time. And it was the last time, and it was the best time. And I'm just so happy. And I love you coming on and sharing all these things about the youth. And for a while, I used to feel kind of bad because I said, oh, Lord, I'm old now. But then I remember the scripture that said he called the youth because they're strong. And he calls the elders because they know the way.
Right.
So even though I was out there into different, religions and everything, he was always there, like you were saying tonight. He was always there with me.
And sister, you know what's so beautiful about what you just said? He called the youth because they are strong, and the elders because they know the way. And it's only right that the Most High would bring all of us, young and old, together, because us as the younger generation, we need to be guided by the older. We need the wisdom from you guys, because there's things that you guys have done in your lives that has prolonged you to be where you are today. You may not have had the truth, so to speak, so much, but you guys lived it. So that's what the Most High, and that's how I can see what the Most High is doing and how He's done it. And I'm happy that you're able to stand in that and understanding that a lot of these young people gonna need some guidance. We're gonna need them mothers. We're gonna need them fathers of the church. We're gonna need them to help lead us. To help lead us.
Amen.
So He brought you in right on time, my sister. I believe that.
Yes. Then the scripture that's coming to me now is the joy of the Lord is my strength.
All praises.
That's His joy makes me strong.
Yes. All praises, my sister.
So, anyway, I'm looking forward to Purim.
Con. Yeah, that and Passover as well too. Hopefully, I see you there. If it be the Most High,
I won't be able to go there, but I'm going to see y'all.
Okay, praise the Most High. Praise the Most High.
Yes.
All right, my sister. So I'm gonna put you back in the
right.
queue. You have a good night. All right.
Okay, you too. Shalom.
All right, shalom. All praises. Such a beautiful call, man, and that's inspirational for me and for older, if any elders is watching as well too. It's never too late, man. The Most High could call anyone at any point in time. All right, I got Gianna on the line as well too. Just unmute yourself. Shalom.
Shalom, Deacon. How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. All praises. This is the sister that be emailing you about the Gen Z round table all the time.
Listen, I did not forget about you. I got a couple of people hitting me up and asking me that. I got parents. Listen, don't forget my son. Don't forget my daughter. Look. I got y'all.
No, because I was like, oh wait, I don't, because my phone was off. Because I sent you an email recently. Just ignore that because my phone was off, and I was like, I don't want them to try to call me, and my phone's not working. Just ignore that now. Everything's fine.
Okay. Good. But I'm setting that up real soon.
Woo! Gen Z. No, let me stop.
Now listen. Now because the reason why I thought about that as well too, because I had a conversation with some Gen Zers. That's what I'm gonna call y'all. And we had a really deep conversation, and I really wanted to bring that to the platform. And it was trust me, I'm gonna explain it to you, and we're all gonna have a conversation. But go ahead.
I'm looking forward to it. All phrases. Mm-hmm. But something that you had showed earlier that got my brain. How do I say this? Got my cogs turning was when you was playing the video of that Bishop Whitehead and the other dude that was on the top of the screen they was going back and forth and yelling at each other.
Right.
And my first thought that came to mind when he was talking about he was like, what kind of things have you been doing? What kind of houses have you been doing for people? This, that, and the other thing. Like, what have you been doing to help the people around you? Because I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff and I ain't ever said nothing.
Right.
And my my brain went from, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but something that came to my mind was that scripture that says,
you do your alms?
Do not show not your alms in public. Mm-hmm. And then and that's something else that came to my mind was I forget what I forget the it was in Luke. It was a scripture that talks about laying up treasures for yourself and not doing it for the Most High. And that made me think about a lot about how that's how our people are now. That's how our generation is being brought up to, like, that's like the standard now. We're not being raised up to build up treasure for the Most High. We're building up treasure for ourselves on earth.
Right.
And we're living in an era where living your life the way you want to live it is of the utmost importance. And even after the whole situation, I'm gonna use what that other sister said, the situation, I feel like it's gotten 10 times more chaotic. Like, I don't know if you've seen it on like your social media, how people are just trying to just doing what they want to do and listening to all these like pastors, even the pastors that you were showing earlier, like the woman and that man was talking about fasting is not a requirement.
Right.
That's what people want to hear. They want that
feel good message.
Tickling, and they don't want the feel good sermons is what my family calls them feel good sermons. And it's just, we're living in an era of fruitlessness.
Not just that, not to cut you off, but I was talking to one of my coworkers about this earlier, that I believe that we're living in a time where nobody want to take correction. So even if the correction is right, it's actually an offense. You can't talk to me that way. You can't say that to me. You're so disrespectful. But what's the disrespect? I'm correcting something that you did wrong. And that's the generation where we're living in right now.
You just hit the nail on the head, because it's all about respecting people's feelings, right, and how sensitive as a people we've become. Like, you can't tell nobody nothing about themselves before they're like, well, but like we said, before they get offended. It's like all praises to the Most High, because I'm not gonna lie, I used to be one of the people you couldn't tell me nothing, right, or I get real upset, like, oh, you don't think I'm doing this right? Right.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like almost human nature to kind of like deflect errors that we have in ourselves, so.
Yeah, I was like, this was like right on time, because I was like, I've been waiting for you all week long. I was like, oh, I can't wait till Thursday so
Praise the Most High
can come on.
all praises. And I almost didn't come on today too, but I was like, I can't do that. We got to keep pushing, no matter what obstacles. And Satan be trying to throw obstacles throughout my day too. Try to wear me out so I could be tired when I get home. But the Most High be giving me a quickening spirit, man. Praise the Most High for that.
All praises, because I know this has definitely been like a thing. I was like, when you was gone for a while, I was like, oh, when is he coming back? Because I missed seeing you on live.
All praise
and
the Most High.
Back, I'm like, I'm coming every single week. I am not missing this.
all praises for that. All praises for the to the Most High for giving me a fervent spirit to be able to continue to endure, because listen, I know it's hard, so I can imagine how it is for you guys. It's hard, and I know we all need something to draw back from. We need to hear people just need to hear a word and to be reassured that this gospel that we believe in, that we're following, is really the way. So I understand that.
Yeah, and it's you've also been like a lot of upliftment to me personally as well, because you've been talking so much like about the youth and how like trying to like raise us up, because like brothers and sisters alike, because y'all are bringing us up to be that next level of teachers for the people around us, and teaching us how to have like that wisdom and discernment, and not just walking into things without thinking or letting our emotions get the better of us, because we're in a time where we're having that like discernment, and that stability is so much more important, because just the way things are looking now, they're only going to get worse.
Yeah.
And as much as that's like daunting to, like, I notice people around me sometimes, it's like, well, now all praise to the Most High, we have our elders and we have older sisters who can teach us in these ways and show us to not be like led so much by our emotions. Cause sisters were emotional creatures. So it's like, that's something that like, you've also been like, oh yeah, this is how you should be walking. And I'm like, all right, let me do that instead of thinking about what my flesh wants to do. Right.
And you see, and I'm happy that you said that, because all it is just getting people to just, before you act, think. You understand? Reason. Right? Do you have to do this right now? Do you have to go here? Do you have to? And that's what, and I believe if more younger people start thinking like that instead of doing what they feel like, and because like every social media platform is geared to just showing them, just do it. If you want to just go ahead and have fun, do it, whatever. No one is saying stop and think. You know what I'm saying? Think about your future. You're not always going to be this young. You're going to get older one day. What are you setting up for the future? What are you doing? You understand? What about your soul? So I'm happy that you're able to take or get that from this broadcast, or from these broadcasters, I should say. That's the gain. That's the aim, I should say.
All praise to the Most High. Because yeah, you're right. It's really becoming that commonality to just live and not worry about the decisions you make now, because you need to live in the moment. It's like that scripture in Wisdom of Solomon. It talks about you like where life is so fragile. Just do what you want to do, and crush and oppress the righteous. Don't listen to what they have to say. And like, as I get older, and I'm 21, so I can't really say as I get older, but like,
as you get older, because you're getting older, right?
Okay, I just didn't know if that was like the right thing to say, but the more I like start to look at it and start to like kind of just look at the people around me, it's like other people, like other women my age, is just looking at them, and I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yo, listen, praise the Most High that the Most High gave you the eyes to see and the ears to hear and the spirit of discernment. Because, like, the Most High, trust me, the Most High is preparing your generation and women, younger women like you, for what's to come. And trust me, you're in the right space. You're in the right place. All right?
All praises. I'm glad to have y'all.
Praise the Most High. All praises.
So good.
All praises. But listen, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you once we're ready to do that. There's a couple of more people that I'm trying to reach out to as well. So I'm gonna put it all together.
All praises. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited to be a part of this because I've just been so hyped for this for so long.
I can't. All praises.
All praises. The water for having me on, Deacon. I appreciate you. And sorry if I was talking too fast.
No, listen. That's okay. Listen, my sister speaks faster than you, so that's my my older sister. So she speaks really fast. So I'm used to that.
Now people know Rawchaa from G.O.C.C. Cleveland. Y'all know y'all can't be talking about how I talk fast no more.
God. Nah, listen. What you're doing, that's like slow motion to me. If you ever met my sister, you'll be like, yo, what she just said?
I'm probably worse in person. So if I come up to you at Passover, I'm going to be talking real fast.
Listen, I'm all ears.
All praises.
All praises, sis. All right, sis. So I'll definitely reach out to you. We'll definitely talk more, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
All praises be to the Most High. Brothers and sisters, the link is in the chat. But let me see. Somebody requested for me to play that track again. Yeah, like, yo, that's such a beautiful song. Shout out to Torrance or brother Rawchaa or Officer Rawchaa from Houston. Praise the Most High for him and the work that he's doing over there in Houston with the choir over there, being over the music ministry. He's doing such a great work, He's actually the MD this year for this year's Passover, which I'm excited to to be a part of as well too. He produced that song, and that song is such a beautiful song. Shout out TTK as well too. Shalom, I got Chris on. Shalom, my brother. What's going on?
Shalom, Deke.
How are you?
All right, pretty good, Deke. Oh man, like the sister was just saying, man. Even what you stated earlier, when Elder said he was going to do this and have, elders and leadership as yourself, come out through the week, man. This is helping us so much throughout the week, and it's a blessing because, like, I came in the truth. Somebody told me about the Most High name, and ever since then I've been on the on this walk, and I was in the chat for like years. So a lot of us, we gained a lot of brother and sisterhood, and it's a good feeling. And a lot of people in the church don't know that. A lot of us just didn't have a church, and we always been a part of the church. We just been in the chat. So I wanted to say, like, far as what you was talking about earlier about the drill rap, I don't think a lot of people realize that that's this basically it's basically what the powers that be implicated, and it's basically about worshiping the dead. That's why they always talk about they dead homies. It all comes from the worship of dead and commit, ancestors. A lot of them brothers have already sold themselves, and they're doing agenda. So that's why a lot of them get killed. If a lot of people go on there and saw YouTube, even like you said, Pop Smoke. See, a lot of them are already brought into the craft, and their whole job was to become either actor, a comedian, or a rapper, and they became a rapper. So it all comes with the craft of being some will be sacrificed, and they know this. Allegedly, like Kobe Bryant. He knew. That's why he talked about how he was going to be like he was never afraid of death. And so. And that's why, with the drill music, they always say, oh, yeah, my dead homies. And they always, referencing the dead, And it's basically the mother worship, the mother goddess, because they also say, oh, my mama. But a lot of times they're referring to the mother goddess, And they hide it because they're saying, oh, my mama. We think, okay, well, he's talking about his mama. A lot of them know about the Book of the Dead and know about these crafts, and they just put in the music, and they carry that energy and what they're doing, and they put our young people in a trance,
right? And
they have our young people captivated with the beat and the lyrics. They don't hear the lyrics. So now that the lyrics are being put out there, and people realize that they don't care no more, because they already have that channel, that frequency going through their mind, that it's okay to do it. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people need to look at these things, because I saw one thing. We sum it up. It was one thing where a brother from Chicago, he got killed, and then they had a post like, he's a god now. I forgot his name. His name Cash. If people YouTube Cash. And it says like he's a god now, and and they're in that craft, Deke. So they So we have to get our young people and grab them and teach them the word and point it out, and reveal it to them. Cry loud. Isaiah 58:1. Yes, sir.
Con. Nah, I agree with you. And we got a lot of work on our hands to try to grab this younger generation, but a lot of them, man, is like how I'm gonna just say it like this, being what's called a fisher of men. When Officer Zachariah was talking about this on the Shabbat, Christ called us to be fishers of men. So this is one thing that we gotta understand as well too. When you fishing, you cast a net, right? You can't choose what fish you bring in. Is whatever is grabbed in that net, you pick out what's good and you throw back what's not good. what's not clean. So it's the same way, like that's the concept that we got to keep in our minds with this truth is we're fishers of men, yeah. And whoever the Most High allows us to bring in is who we're going to bring in. Because like a lot of these young people, man, it's sad to say, but a lot of them, man, I really don't know like where their minds are, what they believe. Like, do they even believe in God? Like, where do they stand when it comes to their belief? So, you know, trying to create certain avenues to try to reach them, we got a lot to fight against, because what the devil and what Satan and all these principalities, what they have the finances to really reach these young people in such a way that we really can't as much, unless the Most High brings them, you know. So I pray that, you know, the Most High creates a avenue where we can reach hundreds of even thousands of young people throughout the world, so we could, because they who the Most High is calling, we have to cater to them as well too.
Deep.
Yeah,
and
man.
you know, the tough part about this is like, well, no, I said the awesome part about this is that, you know what I mean, the leadership that is before us, you guys keep us so motivated and so strong. And I'll be like, you know what, I'm not gonna call because I want to give other people opportunity, but you guys be hitting so many points, it stirs up the energy. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I found the name Kayam, and it means life, and I always have that energy. So y'all just stir me up, and I just want to go in, and I want to show praises, and I want to let the family hear my voice and say, we all right. You know what I mean? We got this. You know what I mean? Stand strong. We got this. Do not be afraid. Faith over fear. All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High. Higher.
Yes, sir.
All praises, bro. I really appreciate you calling in, man, and bringing that energy, man. Sometimes we need those with that fervent spirit to encourage, man. So I praise the Most High for your spirit, bro. All praises.
All praises.
All praises. My brother, Kayam.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Water.
Yes, sir. My brother, Kayam, man. Faithful brother right there, man. I got Taza Lock. Taza Lock, what's going on? Shalom, shalom. You can unmute yourself if you can.
How about now?
I hear you loud and clear, my brother. What's going on? Shalom.
All praises. Shalom. Yeah, I hope all is well on your end. You know, just chiming in. And I feel like the lesson is on point tonight. I was, you know, glad to see, you know, some of the videos that you had put up and some of the, you know, topics that you was discussing as far as like the music, you know, 50 Cent, Pop Smoke, and all the different things, you know, I pretty much came up in the era of, you know, like the 80s, you know, they had Public Enemy, you know, even NWA, like NWA was probably like, you know, I've been hearing this discussion a lot too. NWA was probably like the first time that they probably started putting out. I wouldn't say that they was industry plants, because I understood what they were going through in California, being abused and different things by the LAPD. Like I understand what their agenda was at first, Rodney King riots and all of that stuff. So I understand, but I wish I understood before about industry plants. You know what I mean? Because right now they have like a ton of industry plants, and I don't know. For me, like the worst right now would have to be, I would have to say, Sexy Red.
Yeah, she's definitely a plant. Ain't no doubt about it. Because I don't see the talent. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's just for me. Somebody else could say, hey, nah, I know somebody worse. But right. You know, like we're in a tough time, and you know, like, and I'm thankful to be able to be a part of the body, be able to come in with my daughter. She'd be able to see what it's like for, you know, women to be modest, you know, cover their head, you know, cover everything from head to toe. So that's a beautiful thing. But so one of the things that I just wanted to put out there too was like right now we're in a time, if we're not staying inside of the scriptures and we're not staying under the hedge of the Most High, that we could be deceived. You know, easily be deceived. Now they got the this movie that came out, and Jay-Z, he had his hands in it. You know, the Book of Clarence.
Book of Clarence. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know, it's crazy.
I didn't see it yet. Did you see it?
I did see it. And, you know, they got the guy Clarence, and, you know, like, I don't want to put too much out there. We could build on it, and you could let me know your thoughts on it.
I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, man.
I didn't see it. Huh?
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to let too much out. But as far as like, just being deceived, I feel like, we definitely, we can't force things. You know what I'm saying? We got to let things take its course. But I feel like us as a people, as far as men of the Most High and, the sisters of the Most High, I feel like we need to be on the forefront even more. So our people could see the difference. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, it's hurtful. Like back then, it would be like, oh, this is so cool. Like, listen to the beat, listen what she's saying. But to me, it's like hurtful. Now Sexy Red, she got this video out, and she's in the hospital and she's twerking. I think she just delivered a baby. It's just sad, man. So
wait. She got a video out.
Like she just delivered a baby, and she's twerking in the hospital, and she has like the hospital scrubs on.
Dang, bro, destroyed, bro.
Yeah, so it's really bad, and if you don't have like parents, or if you don't have people like us that are following the Most High to let these young women know, like, you know what I mean, like, it's just deceiving, or let the young generation know that it's deceiving, like. The young generation is going to fall. So we need to be out there, and it'd be good if we could, start coming out with some independent films, more,
that's coming.
We seeing the music and stuff out there, but they need to see more of us.
Listen, those things are coming. Trust me.
Right. So they could know the difference. You know what I mean? Because I'm thankful that it took a while, but it was like, I came up also under Tupac. And like, all the different music that was out there. And if I would have knew then about, industry plant, but now I know.
Mm-hmm. I was even hearing that Tupac was an industry plant.
Yeah, so
that's what I heard.
And it's really just, well, I mean, but like but the thing I liked about him though is that he had both sides. Mm. Not saying that, because I feel like, double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Mm-hmm. But like, you know what I mean? Like, as far as like this, him, making the songs about his mom and, keep your head up and different things.
Yeah, there was some positive stuff, some positive vibrations.
Yeah, he had messages.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be too long-winded, but I just want to bring up, Matthew 24.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And it says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So I just brought that up in regards to the times that we living in of being deceived. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not inside of the scripture, and you're not, you're not asking the Most High to keep a hedge of protection on you, and open up your eyes, so you can see the things that are taking place. Somebody might watch, the Book of Clarence and be like, oh, okay, this got something to do with Christ, and there's just so much wickedness. So much deceit in there, you know what I mean? But they using our people. You know what I mean? Which they know at this point in time, Yasharala is waking up, Yasharala is rising. So they're using the people that look like us, the people that talk like us, but they deceive is deceiving. You'll see. When you see the movie, you'll see.
I'm
and
definitely
then
I gotta catch
we
it.
can elaborate a little bit further.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people went to go see it, but you know, I still didn't have a chance to see it yet. But I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna take a look at it.
All right, so when you see it, we'll revisit this conversation, man. But my main thing I wanted to go over was, like, you know what I mean. I would like to see more of us out there, so you know, like, so are people not deceived anymore, and they know, and they know what's real, because you know, all these years that people done put in prison, and all these lives that was taken, and all these, you know, baby moms, baby dad, all this stuff that's going on, like, is crazy. So they need to see us a lot more.
Yeah, definitely
on the forefront.
Definitely.
You know, because it's definitely time. You know, the time is winding down. The Most High is going to return. We will be seeing the return of Yeshua Christ. You know what I'm saying? Soon. I can feel it.
Definitely,
I can feel it. So, you know,
just got to endure through these birth pains. That's all it is.
Con. But all praises, man, and you know, thank you for having me, and you know, I enjoyed the show tonight, and we will rise as a nation.
Con, all praise be to the Most High. All right, my brother, I'm gonna put you back in the queue. The water for calling in. I'm gonna definitely get to this next one. I got Jordan Anderson on the call. You could unmute yourself when you get a chance.
Hello. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, what's going on?
Nothing. I was just calling just to chime in. I ain't finna be on here forever. But
what's going on though?
That one brother, what he just said, what he just said about Sexy Red, how she, the little video that she had going on.
I never seen it. You seen it? I didn't see it.
Me neither. And that is laughable right now. It just made me bust out laughing. I ain't even gonna lie, because
she was in the hospital twerking after giving birth,
delivering a baby.
Nah, this is crazy. But the thing is, this is what they putting out there for the people. Like, people don't care. Like, the young people, they don't care about none of that stuff. They just want to see what she doing.
Yep, my friend.
It would make no sense.
I always had me a small clique, like who I hung out with since high school, but they look up to her as well. I don't know about look up to her,
but they listen to her.
But yeah, they most definitely listen to her.
Man, you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to listen to some of her lyrics to see if there's any talent there. Because I don't think I ever listened to any of her stuff.
You do not want to do that.
Because because hear me out. Because there's some of our people who got record deals, whatever the case is, and you could tell who got talent and who don't got no talent. You could clearly tell. You could clearly tell if it's the engineers that's the talent, or if they're really the talent. You could tell. There's some artists out there. So I'm gonna just listen to see. Let me say, like, what is the hype about? I'm pretty sure there's no bars, no nothing. It's just probably just a crazy beat, and she's just acting crazy on camera. That's basically probably what it is.
All right, listen here. She got this one song called "Shake Your Dreads." That's all I hear. Shake your dreads.
I bet you the beat is probably some crazy beat that just makes you want to just shake your dreads.
I don't even want to shake my dreads. I'll be like, what? Turn it out. What is this?
Nah, listen. It's low vibrational music, bro. It's low vibrational music. Like, you got to be on a low frequency to really vibe with these kind of like people like who's really seeking truth and understanding. They're not listening to music like that because it's not really uplifting. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, for real. That just after hearing what that brother said, I was like, yo, I'm so thankful to be in this truth. I'm thankful the Most High led me this way instead of everywhere else.
Right.
Can
you imagine?
Where my sisters, my homegirls, they listening to that. My homeboys listening to stuff listen to stuff they cannot relate to, because I was most definitely one of them. I was a square. I don't even want to fight nobody, let alone shoot anybody.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I'm not like that.
Nah, but the music will make you feel like you could do it. It embolden you, like, yo, you know? That's what the music. That's what the music would do. It's very influential, bro. I'm telling you. Gotta be careful. You get caught up in the wrong area.
Glad.
You know what I mean?
The music trash.
Yeah, it's bad now. It's like at least, you know, in the early, like, you know, in the 90s, even to the early 2000s, there was some meaningful music. Music had some meaning, even to R&B. R&B now is not even R&B.
Yeah, for sure.
R&B now is not R&B. It's like sexual and all of this type of raunchiness. I'm like, yo, this is not real.
Oh,
R&B,
yes,
bro.
most definitely. I don't know what they be talking about. They just be.
But it's in the last days, they just unleashing all. They unleashing all of the filth on this earth. That's why them giants is coming out. I don't know if you've seen them. They starting to show themselves now. The earth is defiled. So like, yo, all right, we could come out now. So, you know what I mean?
Y'all are blending right in.
Man,
blend right in. I ain't want to keep you on here too long though. I just had to put my little 2 cents in about that.
I appreciate it. All praises.
That is hilarious. All praises. Yes, sir. Shalom.
All right, shalom, my brother. Yeah, man. Oh man. Listen, my brothers and sisters, we here, man. Let me turn this off. We definitely are here. I definitely gotta check out that movie, The Book of Clarence. I really gotta see what it's about, because I don't even know what it's about. But maybe if I watch it, I probably might, you know, figure it out. And you know, I'm hearing mixed. It was crazy. I'm hearing mixed reviews about it. So I had one brother tell me, don't even waste my time. So, you know, but you know, I guess everybody have their own analysis. So you know, maybe I should just watch it myself and see what's really going on with it. But yeah, you know, that's the show, brothers. I'm gonna play that song to end the show again. It was requested again, so I'll play it again by TTK. I'll Pray for You. Such a beautiful song, man. Definitely, man. And I really do appreciate you guys for coming in, man. You know, thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for sharing this content if you shared it, wherever you shared it. And just thank you for your interactions. It means a lot. And I pray that, you know, through the Spirit of the Most High, that some resolve was brought forth and some encouragement to keep on pushing. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, let's keep on fighting this good fight, man, because we here, literally. If you didn't think we was not here, think again, because we here.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience.
Yes. So, once again, this is TTK. I'll pray with you. Shalom, peace and blessings, and have a good night, my brothers and sisters. Until we see Zion. I'll see you next week.
Here's my shoulder, take my hand. Sometimes we all just need a friend. Call on